Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media Channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 263. That is right, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. That's a lot. That is a lot to say. But look, we've got some cool stuff to talk about today. I was kind of worried early on in the week. I'm like, oh, there's some good stuff. There's not a lot happening. And then I just got flooded in the past couple of days with rumors, with physical media woes. We do have a few of those to get into as well. And some new announcements. Like there were some announcements from Arrow Video. And I'm like, damn, this is not even your announcement week. And you're freaking dropping bombs like this. What is going on? But look, guys, yeah, we're going to get into it. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. I'm going to bring back up my Physical Media Report Instagram page, which if you're not following that, I have that linked down below. Go follow that. And I try to post on that daily, just try to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. So if you want a preview of what I'm going to be talking about in the Physical Media Report on Mondays, you can follow that page all week long. If you're on Instagram, it's just too much for me to do like X and Facebook and all that. So it's just Instagram where that account is. But yeah, guys, before we get into all of it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to beg for too long. Some people get irritated when I do that. Some people are probably irritated right now that I'm even talking about being irritated by telling you guys to subscribe and like. So for that, I apologize. Also, comment down below, guys. What are you excited about that we're going to get into? I definitely want to know that in the comment section below. Let's start with the rumors. Okay, and we got some cool rumors. We're going to start with Tron and Tron Legacy. So apparently Tron and Tron Legacy are both set. And I've talked about both of these before on the channel. I know I have in past reports, but apparently they are coming. It has been confirmed that they are, I think, are doing a screening of the original Tron in the theater sometime this summer, and then a physical is going to be on the way. So this was confirmed by the Digital Bits that they are likely to be dropping these 4Ks, probably, guys, because it's Disney and Sony. That's probably going to be 4K Steelbooks. They're likely to be dropping these sometime in the fall to align with the release date of Tron Ares, which I think hits theaters in October sometime. I think it's like October 9th or something like that. But these are the posters. We don't have any artwork or anything like that. But you scroll over and it says, this is a clip outs, an article like straight from the digitalbits.com. I'm just going to read this, what he wrote on there. You got, and here's something fun. The Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in LA is going to be screening the new 4K DCP of Steve Lesberger's Tron 1982 on July the 3rd in the David Geffen Theater. And the screening will actually feature Dolby Vision. This is the new 4K restoration that we expect to see on physical 4K Ultra HD, along with Joseph Kaczynski's Tron Legacy from 2010 later this year, in time for the October 10th. Sorry, guys, it's October 10th. Theatrical release of the third film in the series. Tron Ares. Yeah, Tron Ares. Tickets are currently still available, so click on the link and act fast if you're interested in attending. So yeah, pretty much indicating that we are going to be getting these around the fall time. So, you know, we don't have the official announcements or anything like that. I'm sure that'll come probably mid to late summer when we'll get those. But again, I can almost like fully expect, because it's Disney, this is what they've been doing. These are going to be Steelbooks, guys. I mean, they're going to be $50, $60 Steelbooks that sell out immediately. Unless Disney, like, just, I don't know, guys. They need to change what they're doing. I don't want to get into a whole soapbox rant here, but they need to change what they're doing. Okay, do the slip covers. Do the Steelbooks. Okay, this stuff is selling. You know it's selling. It's okay. You can still sell a lot of Steelbooks, and you can sell some standard editions as well. That's just what I think. But what do I know? I'm not the CEO of a corporation. I'm not a businessman. I'm just a stupid YouTuber that talks out of his ass, right? But it makes sense to me. I don't know. Does it you all? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let's move on to the next rumor. And this I got off of Blu-ray.com in the forum section. So they're saying that a 4K UHD of In a Violent Nature could be coming this summer from IFC Midnight and Shudder. And when I go over here, this is directly pulled from the Blu-ray.com forum. It says Shudder IFC Films will be releasing In a Violent Nature on 4K sometime this summer. The early info I have indicates it will be a Steelbook release. I'll post more info as it comes in. So that's kind of disappointing. I think they did didn't they do they did a Blu-ray release, I know, like a standard Blu-ray, and I think they also did a standard Steelbook of it. But neither one were 4K, and I was kind of holding out for the 4K. I love this movie. Like, this was one of my probably top 5 movies that came out in 2024. I know some people weren't like super high on it. Some people were bored by it, but I just really got into it. I found it to be incredibly immersive, and one of the most unique slasher films in quite some time. So I was a big fan, and I wanted to own this. I think the Blu-ray like sold out super quickly, and then I was like, you know what? They'll do it on 4K at some point. And then I was kind of waiting on Umbrella to do it because they were starting to like post some promotional materials on their Instagram page and all that. So I'm like, oh, well, if Umbrella does it, I'll be fine. I'll get that. But then that never came. So I was like, well, when are we going to get Violent Nature on 4K? Looks like we're going to get it this summer. It's fine. You know, if it's a steel book, I mean, I don't think the Shutter IFC Films steel books are usually too expensive. It'll probably be like 25, $30, something like that, unless something changes and this one ends up being like $50 as well. But you know, I'll be okay with a steelbook release of this, and I'll finally get it because I didn't get the Blu-ray last year. And like I said, this is one of my favorite movies that came out in 2024 for sure. But yeah, In a Violent Nature should be getting a 4K of that in the States this summer, because I think he got a German media book at some point like last year. But let's go over to this one, guys, because I am over the moon freaking excited about this. Frailty. And look, Lionsgate, okay? I don't want to toot my own horn, okay? I don't do it very often, but Lionsgate does watch the channel. People over at Lionsgate do watch the channel. They have watched this channel for a very long time. And I have talked about wanting Frailty, a nice Lionsgate 4K. So now I'm not saying that they got this for me. I'm not saying that, but I have made several videos talking about wanting Frailty on 4K and how Lionsgate and a 4K steelbook of that would be perfect. And it looks like we're getting it, guys. So this is not an official announcement yet. We might get it in the Lionsgate limited announcements for the I guess it would be the month of June. We haven't gotten yet, but there are some other titles like Daybreakers and I think The Way of the Gun that I saw. I don't have images of those because I'll just wait till they're officially announced. But we got images of those coming, I think, probably in June. So this may be a July Lionsgate limited release. But yeah, Frailty, directed by Bill Paxton, starring Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton. One of the most, I don't even know if I could say underrated anymore, because I feel like a lot of people do love this movie and talk about it. But I still think it's incredibly underrated. I still think it's incredibly underseen. I remember seeing it back in 2000. I don't know if I went to the theater to see it or if I waited till it came to the video store, but I love this movie from the first time that I watched it on, and it's one that I still revisit probably like every 5 years. I just think it's an incredibly tense, gripping horror thriller that goes into some really unique directions. Like it sets things up to go in a certain direction, to go a certain way, and it does not go that way. It goes somewhere else, and then you're like, oh, we're going this way, and then it goes back the other way again. So it's full of like great twists and turns. So if you have not seen Frailty, I highly recommend watching this film if you want to check it out before maybe getting the Lionsgate 4K Steelbook. But it's another movie that I do own on Blu-ray, but it will look so freaking good in 4K. It would look so good in 4K. I don't know how many films Bill Paxton directed. This is the only one I know of off the top of my head, but he did such a great job with the direction of this movie. Just truly, truly a great film from, I think this one came out in 2000. But yeah, this was on the Blu-ray.com forum. So it just says coming soon from Lionsgate. Posts will be updated when details are available. So somebody posted this on there. Might have been Maffoon fan that posted this on there, and he usually has the insider info on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I am freaking so excited for this. Like this, I really hope there's some new features. And Lionsgate Limited's been doing a good job with that. I've got reviews for Kick-Ass, 4K Steelbook, The Crazies. Both of those have new features. So I'll be talking about those probably later this week. But yeah, they've been doing a good job though, adding like new special features and really making these editions feel like boutique and premium. So I have been enjoying that. So hopefully they do the same for Frailty. They don't do some BS like they did for the Kill Bills and Jackie Brown, and no new features on it, just the past archival stuff. If it even has archival stuff. But yeah, this is a movie. This has deserved this treatment for a very long time, and I'm so happy that it's finally getting it. Frailty coming to 4K from Lionsgate. Very excited for that. Let's go down to the actual announcements, and we're going to talk about the Phantom first. Slam Evil, guys. Look, this is another one. I made a video earlier this year talking about movies that nobody else wants to come to 4K that I do. Apparently, there are other people that do want the Phantom on 4K. I remember the comment section, but Kino Lorber is prepping a 4K of the Phantom. This was announced by Kino Lorber. I want to say last Sunday. It was like right after I got done filming the last physical media report. They dropped this. There's no release date. This is just one of Kino Lorber's, pre-announcements before the actual announcement. And we're going to talk about why maybe that's a bad idea here in a second when we talk about some cancellations. But the Phantom, super nostalgic for this film. I remember seeing it. I think I probably I don't know if I saw this in the theater or not. I might have saw this in the theater. This was 1995, I think, when this movie came out. So I would have been 10, but I definitely watched it like on VHS, like when it came out to rent and things like that. And this was a movie that I freaking loved. And I watched over and over and over and over again. Like I wore the VHS tape out. So just one of my favorite, because like we didn't have a ton of options in the 90s, guys, when it comes to superhero films. It was like you watch Batman Forever, the Tim Burton Batmans, the older Superman films, and that was pretty much it. The shitty Captain America movie from 1990, you didn't have much. Okay. So like when the Phantom came out, I was like, oh, this is a really awesome like superhero film. And, to me, it just felt very unique and different. I think it was, based on a comic and stuff. But I love the movie. I love the skull ring, the 3 skulls, like having to collect those and put them in. I just thought the whole movie was freaking awesome. But yeah, this is one I've been wanting on 4K for a while. I think, Kino Lorber will do a good job visually. I feel like with this one, they usually have really solid 4Ks, and I think this is a movie that could look beautiful on 4K. My only issue is this is a movie that I would have been perfect for like Vinegar Syndrome and a VSU edition or an Arrow video box set with like a ton of special features. I don't think Kino Lorber is going to give it that treatment. I could be wrong. They could add a few new special features. They have done that in the past. And I hope they do. But I think this is one that, because the movie's so special to me, like I would have shelled out for like a big box set. Yeah, I didn't buy the VSU of the Golden Child. I would have paid $50, maybe $60 for a VSU 4K edition of the Phantom, because again, this is just one of my favorite films of all time. But Kino Lorber's got it. Again, I'm sure they'll do a good job on it. But again, this is one I would have wanted like a chunky box for, like Demolition Man, like just because the movie just means that much to me. It doesn't to everybody, and some people will be perfectly fine with this being a Kino Lorber. But yeah, the Phantom on 4K, guys. Let me know if you're excited for that in the comment section below. Next up, guys, we have a classic film coming to 4K. And this is another one I think I predicted at the beginning of this year. I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer, 75th anniversary. But Sunset Boulevard, Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard is set to release on 4K on August the 5th. And this release will include Dolby Vision and HDR. So here's the thing, guys. I think I talked about Sunset Boulevard a few weeks ago on the channel, and we were all under the impression this was going to be a Paramount Presents release. And it turns out this is not going to be a Paramount Presents release. This is just a standard 4K edition of Sunset Boulevard, which is fine. As long as the restoration's good and it looks great, that's fine. But I do think this is the type of film like a Chinatown, like a, Bringing Out the Dead, just a more like prestigious film, Once Upon a Time in the West, in their catalog. They should have gave that more like boutique treatment to. And it kind of doesn't make sense to not make it a Paramount Presents. But again, it'll be cheaper because it's not a Paramount Presents. So I guess that's a good thing, because this is just a standard Paramount 4K usually goes for about $24.99, whereas a Paramount Presents is going for almost $40 now. So I guess that's one good thing you can say here about getting the standard release. But yeah, Sunset Boulevard coming to standard 4K, guys. Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, moving on. We have a 4K Steelbook of Fury coming out from Sony. Sony Pictures Home Entertainment will issue a 4K Blu-ray Steelbook of David Ayer's Fury, starring Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael Pena, and John Bernthal. This release, the release is scheduled to arrive on the market on July the 15th. So I think this movie already has a 4K. I've got it on Blu-ray. Really good movie. I remember really enjoying it back in the day, but I have not seen this film since it came out. Like I probably have not seen this film since 2014, 2015, because I think it came out It might have come out 2015. No, it says 2014. I guess it's the 11th anniversary, but we got disc one, 4K Blu-ray, Dolby Vision, HDR presentation of the film. So it's possible that the original 4K maybe didn't have Dolby Vision. That's added here. You also got a Dolby Atmos track. You got 4 featurettes. I'm sure all this stuff was included in past releases. Maybe not, but you got over 50 minutes of deleted and extended scenes. Armored warriors, the real men inside the Shermans. So yeah, cool stuff, guys. I mean, again, I like the movie. I don't know if I like it enough to shell out whatever they're going to charge because this is Sony for a 4K Steelbook. But it is a good film. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth watching for sure. And if you have seen it and love it, I imagine you'll be happy to get this 4K Steelbook. Let's get into A Different Man, which is this is probably in my top 10 movies of 2024. I freaking love this movie, and I did not expect to love this movie, but A24 is putting out a special Blu-ray edition of A Different Man, starring Sebastian Stan and Adam Pearson. And I guess that's it. I don't remember the girl's name in this. So that's probably her right down there, but I cannot see that or pronounce that. With an expected ship date of June. They just said June. This is coming out. This is available to pre-order on the A24 shop site now. So we talked about Warfare, I think either last week or the week before. That was only on the A24 shop site. Now it is available on Amazon, and I might link that down below if I remember to. So I imagine the same will be the case with this because it seems like with these A24 exclusives, they're going up on their site first as exclusives, and then a couple weeks later they'll go up to pre-order on Amazon. And we've seen them in Walmart as well. I think that you can pre-order at Walmart, and then of course we've seen them at Barnes and Noble as well. So I think Barnes and Noble has these also to pre-order, but they're really nice editions. I like what A24 is doing, just kind of making these more boutique editions. The only drawback is, like, I remember when Lionsgate was putting out A24 films, you could go into Target and get an A24 film on Blu-ray for 13 bucks, 14 bucks, 15 bucks, somewhere around there. If it was a lesser title, which this one would have been probably in that range. And now, because it's exclusive to their site, it's $29.99 to get this Blu-ray edition. So I get the frustrations, but guys, I mean, that's just where things are heading. That's just where things are heading. They're heading into that more boutique premium edition. I mean, I just made a video about this, talking about these prices and how I just can't keep up. I'm not like necessarily faulting the studios or the companies involved in like making these prices go up or whatever, or doing what they have to do to keep physical media alive, in their own companies. I get it, but also like I can't keep up with some of these releases. Now, again, like this would have been a title that I would have walked into Target like 5 years ago and bought for 15 bucks. Now you got to pay a more premium boutique price to get a movie like A Different Man. And I will say, I think the movie's streaming on HBO Max. So like if you just want to check it out, watch it on HBO Max, and then maybe you love it like I do. Maybe you want to get this edition right here. It is a nice edition though. And, for people that love A24 and love collecting A24, because there's a whole group of those people out there, this might be a cool option, for them to get. And this has got a commentary. You won't get this on streaming. You got a commentary with the writer and director, and you got About Face, Making a Different Man featurette. Then you got Super 8 set documentation by John Klaxman. And then you got 6 collectible postcards. You can't get collectible postcards on streaming, guys. You just can't. So yeah, guys, standard HD Blu-ray, it's got Dolby Atmos as well. So very cool. But yeah, I freaking love this movie. I thought it was great. Sebastian Stan was phenomenal. He's really turned into a great actor. All right, let's talk about a Minecraft movie, guys. This is coming out from Warner Brothers. Chicken Jackie. A Minecraft movie. I apologize for that, guys. A Minecraft movie will be available on 4K Blu-ray and DVD from Warner Brothers on June the 24th. A 4K Steelbook will also be available as well, which we have talked about the 4K Steelbook. But yeah, just the standard poster artwork here for the 4K and the Blu-ray. Looks like this thing's pretty damn loaded with special features, though. You got Building the World of Minecraft, Block Party featurette, which is like 14 minutes. You got Creeper Zombies and Enderman Oh My featurette for 13-14. That is 13-14 minutes long. A Minecraft movie Block Beats featurette. You also got a Minecraft movie Pixel Pals featurette. So I'm not going to get into all the details there, guys, but you got Marlene and Nitwits featurette, which I think is Jennifer Coolidge and The Villager. Like it's like a little featurette of them and what they did during the film that we didn't see. So yeah, I mean, this looks pretty great. Honestly, like I enjoyed the Minecraft movie. I saw it in the theaters with my kids, and it was just like stupid and quirky enough for me to enjoy. And I just thought Jack Black was giving it his all. Jason Momoa did good as well. And I ended up kind of enjoying it, even though most of the characters were kind of throwaway and the story was really kind of nothing, and it just evolved into the same old crap by the end of it. But I don't know. I enjoyed some of the more quirkier aspects of it, I guess. And this has got a ton of features. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can watch. You can probably watch it on HBO Max in a few weeks. But again, those features aren't going to be on HBO Max. Okay, doesn't look like there's an audio commentary with the director. That would have kind of been cool if there was. All right, but yeah, let me know if you're excited for Minecraft movie. Next up, we got Better Off Dead. We got a 4K release of Better Off Dead, and that is coming from Paramount Movies on August the 5th as well. So that's the same day as Sunset Boulevard. This is going to be a native 4K with Dolby Vision and HDR10. So I've never seen this film. This has got John Cusack in it, and I'm actually excited to get this one and watch it. I remember there was a steelbook of it, and I thought about getting it a few times at FYE, and I just never did. But I'll get the 4K and I'll check this one out. I do like early John Cusack for sure. Say Anything, fantastic film. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this one when it comes out on 4K. Next up, guys, we have everyone's favorite actress, Rachel Zegler. I think the only actress that's more popular than her right now is Blake Lively, actually. But yeah, Snow White, guys, can you feel it? Are you excited? It is coming to physical media on June the 24th from Disney. We're going to be getting a 4K Steelbook, and we're going to be getting a standard Blu-ray. And Disney's too good to release a standard 4K. You can only, if you want the 4K, you got to buy the freaking Steelbook. That's how Disney is now, guys. Okay. As irritating as that is. Everybody's got their own irritating things now, it feels like. But yeah, 4K Steelbook. Are you excited for it? Snow White. Did you see it in theaters? Were you one of 5 people that saw it in theaters? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, let's get into the details real quick, guys. You got a sing-along edition with some of your favorite songs from the movie. Were there any of those? Deleted scenes, Anguish and Opportunity, Danger in the Woods. So looks like you got a lot of deleted scenes, and you got some other features as well. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time. I didn't see Snow White. I have no interest. To be honest, like I'm not even that big of a. I never watched Snow White. I probably seen the animated Snow White maybe 3 times. Like that was not a go-to for me as a kid. You know, it just wasn't. I don't know why. Like I watched a lot of the classic Disney animated, but Snow White and Sleeping Beauty too. They were just not one of them. I watched Cinderella. It wasn't like the Disney princess thing. Like I watched Cinderella like all the time, and Little Mermaid, but I never watched Snow White. I don't know. It just never clicked with me. Never one of my favorites. So, you know, even excluding all the Rachel Zegler crap and people don't like her and all that. So I don't really get into that. You know, I'll go see a movie if I'm interested in it. I just had no interest. No interest in Snow White. Neither did my wife and kids. So yeah, we didn't see it. But let me know if you're excited for that. That comes out on June the 24th. Or let your hate flow in the comment section. Oh my goodness, one of my favorite Hitchcock films, To Catch a Thief, is getting a 4K steelbook. So we just got the standard, like, well, no, it was a Paramount Presents 4K that came out, which was the exact same edition of the same Paramount Presents Blu-ray I already had. And so I was like, I'm not going to get this. You know, my Blu-ray is okay. I might get this, to be honest, because I think the movie will look gorgeous in 4K. And I did kind of want the 4K. I was just kind of iffy on buying the same, like, exact packaging for it, even though I could have sold the old Blu-ray. But this steelbook looks really nice. I like the look of the steelbook with the more like classic poster artwork. And the interior artwork is really great as well. It's a great shot from the movie. But yeah, they're going to be releasing this one, the 70th anniversary edition of To Catch a Thief, on July the 29th. So yeah, I freaking love this movie. I think it's great. Grace Kelly's like so intoxicating in this film. But also Cary Grant is freaking so charming and charismatic as well. So I love the movie, and I think it will look great on 4K. So I may actually shell out to get this 4K steelbook when it comes out. And that comes out on July the 29th. All right, guys. Next up from Kino Lorber, we have Hiding Out, starring John Cryer, who was also in some John Hughes movies back in the day. Of course, Pretty in Pink. And then you got, what was the show he was on? I forget the name of it with Charlie Sheen. 2.5 Men. That's what it was. But yeah, this is coming out. This is a 4K UHD of Hiding Out, and this is going to be releasing by Kino Lorber on July the 29th. You have a new 4K SDR restoration from the original camera negative by Studio Canal. You also have a new audio commentary by director Bob Giraldi and moderated by Black Mansion Films producer Heather Buckley. You also have another new audio commentary by film historian Steve Mitchell and Nathaniel Thompson. So you got two new audio commentaries here. And you have, let's see, two new interviews. You have a new interview with actor John Cryer, very cool, and a new interview with actress Annabeth Gish. So look, you guys, all you Kino haters out there who say Kino Lorber never does new special features. They got two on this release. See, they do new features from time to time. And I've noticed that, like, going back on some of my Kino releases, not thinking that, they do much special features. I'll watch like 3 or 4 in a row. And I'm like, damn, all these have new features. I'm like, they're actually quietly doing new features here and there with some of their titles. But yeah, I don't know anything about this movie, so I can't really comment on it. But, if you can, let me know about it in the comment section below. We've also got some Imprint Films July releases, including Malcolm X on 4K big box set, and The Heat of the Nights getting its like third 4K release. Yes, it's in, different countries and whatnot, but it's already had a lot of 4K releases, and my Kino looks pretty damn good, so I'm probably gonna get this. But anyway, In the Heat of the Nights, 4K box set edition, and then you got Midnight Cowboy. I want to say for the first time on 4K in that set. And then you got some Blu-ray editions of Blue and Fade In. I think that's a double pack. You got Paul Newman and HUD. Then you got This Property is Condemned. You got Track of the Cat, You Only Live Once, The Juggler, and Jetstorm. And I'll kind of flip through these so you guys can see more in-depth pictures right here. But yeah, this is the July releases from Imprint Films, which is located over in Australia. So if you want to pre-order these, they're probably on the Imprint Films website. I can maybe link that down below. But yeah, Malcolm X is a great film, but I've got a great Criterion of that, so I definitely don't need another one. Even though I like that 4K case, just how kind of basic the artwork is with the X. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, In the Heat of the Night, Night's a great film, Sidney Poitier. But I again, I'll still say the Kino is the best because it's got the two sequels in it as bonus features. Midnight Cowboy, that's a 4K of that. Blue, Fade In. Oh, that's actually got 3 films in it, it looks like. Cruel, Usually Necessary. Is that what it's called? HUD, The Property is Condemned. So yeah, I went over all these guys. Let me know if you're excited for the stuff that's coming out from Imprint Films in July. This is really awesome, guys. This is really awesome. So Arrow Video, on top of just all the announcements they've been doing, I mean, month to month they do announcements, but they put out this little teaser on their Instagram and X accounts, and maybe on their YouTube as well. And it's about 17 seconds. So let me scroll over right here and show you. But basically, this is a tease of stuff they have to come. And I kind of clipped this video out and put it on my Instagram. But yeah, they're kind of just letting you know with these little poster teases right here, like what's coming from them pretty soon. So if you didn't recognize those titles, let me run through them for you. We've got Creepshow 2, which I just talked about Creepshow 2 and how I wanted it to come to 4K very recently, I think on a live stream. That is like one of my biggest physical media regrets is that I did not get the box set release of that. I got it, I think, maybe 6 months later, and I just got a standard Blu-ray of it. But that red box set's so nice. So I need Arrow to just re-release the exact same thing again because I like that. Now, maybe they could do something better. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I like that edition, and I want that like original like red box set release. I think they did a purple one too. Didn't they do like 2 variants? But Creepshow 2 is one of my all-time favorites, so I will 100% get that one. And I want to say that Creepshow is the only one on this list, maybe, that does not have a 4K. Well, maybe The Visitor doesn't have a 4K, but I kind of feel like Kino put out The Visitor on 4K. But all the rest of these have 4Ks already. To Live and Die in LA was in their tease and to come to 4K. But just thinking about a big box set like Cruising, To Live and Die in LA, like I like my Kino a lot, but like, damn, I would have to get that. I would have to get that. And you would think that unless Kino lost the rights to some of these, That's these will mostly probably all be UK titles, except for maybe Creepshow 2, which I could see that being a US UK title, and maybe Canada as well. But you also have The Sadness, which Vinegar Syndrome, partner label Shutter, did a really good 4K of that. That's really nice. But again, The Sadness is a really good movie. I enjoyed that one. Thief from 1981, which has a Kino 4K, but again, great movie. Mona Lisa from 1986. That one has damn, I'm blanking on his name, from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Bob Hoskins is in that one. Then you got Nightbreed, which has a 4K from Scream Factory. Then you got Rawhead Rex, which has a 4K from Kino Lorber. The Apartment, which has a 4K from Kino Lorber. And then you have The Visitor from 1979, which, again, I do not remember if that already has a 4K or not. I think that Kino Lorber put that one out, though. But yeah, really good, little tease of stuff that's coming out. Not saying all the stuff's going to come out next month, but maybe some of these could be announced next month. And yeah, To Live and Die in LA and Creepshow 2, like I will 100% shell out to get those editions, even though I already have a 4K of To Live and Die in LA. But that's such a great film. And just again, Kino Lorber did a great job, but you kind of think to yourself, well, what could Arrow do with that in 4K? So I would definitely shell out for that. And then Thief, I never bought the Criterion, so that's a possibility. Mona Lisa, I never bought the Criterion, so that's a possibility as well. But yeah, let me know which one of these you're the most excited about in the comment section below. But yeah, really cool of Arrow to kind of put this tease out there and just let people know what's coming down the pike. Now, this could be like stuff that could be dispersing throughout the rest of the year for their announcements. So again, don't expect it next month, but really cool they did this little tease for sure. And going over, we have Convoy, which I think this is the last of my announcements. You have disc 1 4K Blu-ray, and this one got I think a Imprints 4K edition, but this is the first time in the States this is coming out on 4K. This is a Sam Peckinpah film, so I'll 100% get this at some point. We still need the freaking Wild Bunch on 4K. Where's the Wild Bunch? I know several people will be with me in the comment section. And this is a 4K restoration from the camera negative by Studio Canal. Yeah, Studio Canal did do an edition over in the UK. Dolby Vision HDR of the film. You got a new audio commentary. You got a new, let's see. So yeah, it doesn't say that any of this stuff's new features. I imagine they're going to be pulling most of these features from the imprint and maybe the Studio Canal editions. But this thing does look pretty damn loaded with special features for sure. And you got the 4K and you got the Blu-ray in this set. And that's going to be coming out on July the 22nd, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some physical media woes, guys. So these are issues going on in the world of physical media. So I talked about these a couple of weeks ago on the channel, and then I got a lot of people in the comment section say, Ken, what are you talking about? There's going to be new stuff on these. You didn't even mention that. These are going to have Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. They're going to be new 4K scans and all that. And I did mention that. I did not. I just announced them and just assumed they were the same old re-releases. Well, apparently these are going to have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, which are going to be different from previous editions. Well, I mean, I think just on the original trilogy, wouldn't the new ones have Dolby Atmos in? At least like the two newest ones, like Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, didn't they have Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision, since those were newer? But on the trilogy, which came out, the original trilogy, which came out back in 2018, those did not have Dolby Vision or Dolby Atmos. So they're going to be adding those into these editions. But according to the Digital Bits, this was on one of their articles this week, a source that they've been talking to from Universal about the brand new upcoming Steelbook, the Jurassic Steelbooks, these will not be 4K remasters. So according to them, I actually have like the stuff right here, guys. I'm prepared. I've also heard back officially today from Universal about their new Jurassic Park 4K Trilogy Steelbook release, due on June the 17th, along with Jurassic World 4K Trilogy Steelbook. And here the news isn't quite so positive. The new Dolby Vision presentations are simply upgrades of the existing 4K masters already released on UHD in 2018, simply with new color grades. So these do not involve new 4K scans, just new color grading. However, the Atmos mixes for all three films are genuinely new, having been recently remixed at Skywalker Sound from the original audio stems. So while it's good news on the audio front, it's less so on the video side of things. So it's indicated these are going to be the same remasters as before, which I thought The Lost World and the third one looked good on 4K, but it's the first one I have the most issues with. Like, the special effects, like, as much as people like to say that those hold up, they did not look as good in 4K. I don't know what it was. They look great, I think, on Blu-ray, but on 4K, they did not look good. So I don't know what happened there, but they gotta redo those at some point, at least the first one, in my mind. But yeah, these are not gonna be new 4K masters according to the digital bits and one of their sources. So, I'm sorry, guys. I do apologize. Now let's get into this. So Kino Lorber may be canceling the 4K releases of Paul Thomas Anderson's Hard Eight and Guy Ritchie's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. And this is according to some Studio Insider reports. So I think Dawn of the Disc put this on his Instagram page, and I also did see this in the Blu-ray.com forums. And I feel like because Serial at Midnight interviewed Frank Tarzi this week, and I think somebody pointed that out in the Blu-ray.com forums, and he said it himself that Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is probably not going to happen, but he didn't mention Hard Eight in that either. So yeah, and he pretty much cited that it's just an issue to work with. Some of these directors are just really hard to work with, and they want to oversee like every aspect of the restoration. And yeah, this is Guy Ritchie, and this is Paul Thomas Anderson, who Paul Thomas Anderson, like notoriously, he's got tons of his movies that still need 4Ks. But apparently he's just very meticulous and very particular about like what he wants those 4Ks to look like. So it's probably gonna be a while before we get stuff like There Will Be Blood, which I'm hoping that Criterion does that at some point. That has Criterion written all over it. But Boogie Nights, like Magnolia, like The Master, like we need all these movies on 4K. Like he's got so much, and you know, Punch Drunk Love is okay, but that is not one of my favorites. So the fact that that's pretty much the only movie we have is on 4K is pretty tough. But I was excited for Hard Eight because I've never seen the movie. That's one of his earlier ones that I have not checked out. So yeah, definitely kind of disappointing that it looks like these are going to be canceled. And just goes back to like what we've said numerous times, guys. It's like I don't even know why they do these pre-announcements like so far in advance. It's like I get it, you want people to know that they're coming, get hyped for them, but it's like sometimes that could backfire on you in a big way. Now not as bad as it's getting ready to come out, then you cancel it like Dante's Peak and Daylight, but like you announce this stuff like a year or 2 years ago, it's like, what's the point? Like people are gonna forget about it. And if they're gonna forget about what you even announced by the time you get to when you're actually announcing it, like get this stuff ready in the pipeline maybe 2 months before, or just start doing announcements like all the other labels, like month to month announcements to get people hyped for stuff. Like that's the model. That's how you do it. And I don't know, Kino Lorber, I love them. I love them to get to death. They're very consistent. Their output, they just put stuff out, and I love it. Um, but it just feels like they're very stubborn when it comes to certain things and how to market stuff and how to announce stuff and put stuff out. And they just are not interested in changing their ways, even though clearly what they're doing just doesn't work great, I don't think. But yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. What do you think about it being canceled? Hard Eight. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's jump on Amazon real quick and check out some of the deals. Or not Amazon, but Blu-ray.com. And it appears my computer wants to be slow. All right, now we're on Amazon. And what I'm seeing first that's jumping out to me is Jason X, which I just reviewed, is down to $28.99. So that's below 30 right now. Wicked on 4K is $20.99. The Long Leg Steelbook went down to $32.99. The Prosecutor on 4K is $15.57. Let's see. The Creep Tapes, which I don't think the Creep Tapes is out, but $12.74 for that. Like, I'm definitely getting that. That's a great price, and I love Creep. The Halloween set is $64.99. Oh, this reminds me, guys. There is currently, and I may make a video about this, just talking about some titles that I recommend to get, but there is a Scream Factory sale for the members only, which I did a video just kind of explaining how to sign up for the members thing. But there is a sale for the members that's going on until the 19th of May. And that's actually a really good sale. It's not the usual Shout Factory, Scream Factory BS. It's actually a good sale. There are 4K titles below 20 bucks, like 17, 18 bucks. There's some 4K steelbooks like They Live for 17.49. So there's some great deals right there. And I will link that sale down below. So yeah, I think Amazon might be price matching some of that stuff. The Halloween set, I think so, for $64.99. But you also have These are a lot of these are just upcoming titles, but Solo on 4K is 1679. And you also have Wicked on Blu-ray for 1796. The Glory 4K Steelbook is still 1634. Friday the 13th remake is still 1755. Lady in Shanghai from Sony is 2199. You got The Last Witch Hunter. Did that one come out? Did that come out? The 4K Steelbook? I can't remember, but that's 2849. Let's see. A lot of the stuff's upcoming. Gladiator 2 is 1996. Halloween 3 is 1818. Which is pretty much in line with what it is on the Shout Factory sale. Quantum Mania is 1899. Edge of Tomorrow is 1499 on 4K. So yeah, some good deals on here. To Live and Die in LA, speaking of that, is 1927 right now currently on Amazon. So yeah, good deals. I'll link everything that's available or that jumps out to me down below in the description, as I will, guys. Anything that we talked about that has pre-orders, deals, what's coming out this week, all those links will be down below in the description, guys. So definitely check out those links if you are interested in any of these titles. A lot of those links will be Amazon affiliate links, and if you use those, you do help support the channel, and I would appreciate that. All right, let's get back in to my Instagram, and we'll talk about what's new this week, because there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out that's new this week. Starting with Mickey 17 is coming out from Warner Brothers on 4K for $25.95. There's also a Blu-ray for $24.95 and a 4K Steelbook for $37.95 as well, which I don't think I have the 4K Steelbook pictured. I don't know why. Then we have the Andromeda Strain coming out on 4K this week from Arrow Video for $29.99. Also a Blu-ray for $22.49. You have the Crazies 4K Steelbook coming out from Lionsgate Limited. This is exclusively on their website for $34.99. Also the Kick-Ass 4K Steelbook from Lionsgate Limited for $32.99. Which, like I said, guys, I'll have reviews for both of those very soon on the channel. Vice Squad is coming to 4K from Kino Lorber for $33.99. Although I think it might be cheaper on their website, like maybe $26, $27 on the actual Kino website. So definitely keep that in mind. And then a Blu-ray is available for $29.95. Captain America: Brave New World is coming out from Disney on 4K for not that much. I think they lowered the price for that, but the 4K I've got right here for $49.99. I think it's lower now at like $29.99. Then you got the Blu-ray for I think $24.99. Walmart Blu-ray for $29.96, and also a 4K Steelbook for $44.99. Then there's also a 4-film Blu-ray set. You can get all 4 of the Captain America films for $49.95. Then we've got Better Man on 4K from Paramount Presents for $39.99. You got May coming out on Blu-ray, which is a Vestron Lionsgate Limited exclusive for $24.99. Black Bag from Universal on 4K for $33.49 and Blu-ray for $22.95. Dune Prophecy, which is an HBO Max series, is coming out from Warner Brothers, 4K for $29.95 and a Blu-ray for $24.95. You also got the Wanted 4K Steelbook, which is a Shout Studios Walmart exclusive Steelbook for $32.99. The Bikini Car Wash Guys Company 1 and 2 on Blu-ray from MVD Rewind for $24.95. Tunnel Vision, which is coming out on Blu-ray from MVD Rewind for $29.99. You also have the Masters of Universe, Revelation, and Revolution Steelbook from Mill Creek for $30.49. The Wind Will Carry Us on Blu-ray from Criterion for $27.99. Then, scrolling over, we've got A Crack in the World coming out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber for $14.99. Landman Season 1 on Blu-ray from Paramount for $24.95. The Ends on Blu-ray from Decal Releasing for $20.49. Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy coming out on Blu-ray from Universal for $24.49. Gate of Flesh coming out on Blu-ray from 88 Films for $29.99. Pete Walker Crime Collection, which includes 4 movies. This is the Kino Cult line number 20, spine number 29. And this is coming out from Kino Lorber for $19.99. Not a bad price for 4 movies. Room 666 and Room 999 is a double movie set coming out from Criterion for $20.99. And I wonder if that's a Janus Contemporaries title, not a Criterion proper. Then we got Capote getting a Blu-ray media book, which is pretty cool, from MPI Media Group for $34.98. The Naked Witch is coming out, guys, on Blu-ray from VCI for $24.99. We've also got, let's see, Striking USA coming out on Blu-ray from Well-Go USA for $13.99. Then all of the Cauldron Films did a box set. I can't remember what the box set was called, but it was a 4-film set. And all of those films in that 4-film set are coming out individually from Cauldron Films this week for $27.95 on Blu-ray. You have The House of Clocks, you have The House of Lost Souls, The House of Witchcraft, and The Sweet House of Horrors. Again, all coming out individually this week from Cauldron Films. Then lastly, guys, you have Ramona coming out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber for $14.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Please, if you can, drop this video a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, guys. What are you the most excited about of what we discussed today? What are you the most disappointed about of what we discussed today? Let me know that in the comment section below. And yeah, turn on all bell notifications for future videos. Follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.